please read Zechariah 12, verse 10, 11, 12. Just read it for yourself. Now, John 19:37 is going to misappropriate this to have it as the Roman soldiers piercing Jesus' side to see if he was dead or whether they had to break his bones, and change the pronoun. Forget all that. So the problem, sweetheart, is that people are not reading passages in context. You might say to me, Rabbi, it's hard to read Zechariah. Zechariah is not an easy book, but chapter 12 is an easy chapter. Zechariah is not a very hard book. It's not the easiest book in the world. But chapter 12 is using standard prose. Any one of you could start reading the chapter in context, and you'll see that the nations will come up against Jerusalem. Jerusalem will be heavy, burdensome stone to all those who come against it. I will strengthen the Jews, and so on. So it's all there, and you can read it for yourself. So Mashiach ben Yosef is a concept of Jew. Now, there are a number of opinions on this. One opinion is there's one person who get killed in battle, and that causes consternation among the Jews, and they do repent. And the other view, which is the consensus, is that, and the word is in Dakaru, is plural, that many people are killed in a horrible, violent attack. Again, Jerusalem is liberated here. The Jews return to the land of Israel after a long exile, okay? Hosea 3, verse 4, many days. So long exile, the Jews return back to the land of Israel, okay? Then they liberate Jerusalem. Nations come to attack Israel over the status of Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the issue, okay? Then after that, a massive attack on the children of Israel, who are strong, but that attack, many people are killed. That causes the entire nation to turn to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Okay, that mourning among the children of Israel, with men, it even says in the text, and men and women will mourn apart, separately. It's really the only reference to men and women praying separately. And it's interesting that prior to October 7th, there were big fights in Israel whether they should have a separation of men and women in the public square in Tel Aviv. That was the big deal in this country. That's our only source for men and women praying separately. Holy smokes. But again, this is what I believe, that we're in the midst of this now. I mean, we're in this mess, but don't confuse the two. Missionaries are ignorant of this. I'm not going to tell you that missionaries are just deliberately being despicable. They're not. They're not familiar with the Talmud. They read this stuff in ridiculous missionary books. They go to Rabbi Google to get this kind of material, and then they use it on you to say, the Messiah is supposed to come twice. Once he's supposed to suffer and die, and the second time he'll come gloriously. Nonsense. But unless you look up the original sources for yourself, you are going to be clueless. And I'm happy to answer these questions for you. Thank you for your thoughtful question. If you enjoyed this program, please like and subscribe.
אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא ואת נעשה בחפצו כל